asked where I get my authority to teach, and the short answer is that it's from the results that I get. It's because I get results that I teach. It's not the only reason. The other reason is that I learned as much as I could already by going to teachers. And it's about 15 years ago, my teachers started telling me that I had to teach if I wanted to learn anything else. And they're absolutely right. Because students, especially new students in the classroom, asking questions that I've never heard before is one of the greatest teachers I've ever had. The answers come out of me, and sometimes they're surprising. And I sometimes teach myself. It's a wonderful thing. Truly, truly a magical thing. The event that truly prompted my life shift back to a spiritual path after my 1-year distraction or 18-month distraction was, so I'm running an office in New Jersey. It's a day trading office. I'm the principal, and got a few people trading stocks, whatever, and I need to go to lunch, and I suddenly just had this strong feeling in my body, like, I kept feeling like, go to Berlin, go to the temple, like this draw, and I'm like, there's a temple? I've never been there before, and maybe I must have heard of it, I guess, I don't know, but I just told my my coworker, business partner, that I had to take a long lunch because I looked at the map, got to the internet, and I look up Indian Temple, Berlin, New Jersey, and it was a half hour, 45 minutes away. I don't know. But the feeling in my body was kind of like, so I used to be a cigarette smoker, and if you smoke, you know what I'm talking about. About every 45 minutes, there's this feeling I would get in my body that would be like, I have to smoke. And the only way to satisfy the feeling was to reach for a cigarette, and puff away. Quitting smoking, that's another video. But that was the feeling I had in my body. It was like this addiction that was, this feeling, and the only way to quench it was to get to the temple in Berlin. And I'm gonna do it. I'm keeping a straight face, telling the office that I'm gonna be gone for a while, jump in the car, there I go. Whole way there, I start having thoughts like, what are you doing? And of course, ego loves to doubt. So ego's like, yeah, it's going to be closed anyway, but maybe you'll get a good lunch in town. These sorts of conversation. And, I should say when this was. This is in late 2000 or early 2001. So it's before 9/11. I think 9/11 was 2001. So I get there, and there's basically nobody there. I'm the only car in the parking lot, and I'm just like, what's this fantasy I'm on? What am I doing? The thing is that, Babaji leads me to teachers, and it feels like Babaji's leading me to a teacher. I mean, that's the grounded spiritual side of my experience. The ungrounded ego side is, this is crazy, you need to get back to work. The grounded spiritual side is, there's something valuable for you here, for me here. I gotta stick with it. Anyway, the story's getting long, apologies. I go in, and, the door was unlocked, which surprised me. I go in, and it's one of the most gorgeous temples I've seen in the United States. And not that I've been to many, but I think there's a dozen, 18 maybe deities all around the room, the murtis, the living statues. And on the floor, close to the front, there is the pujari, and he has his tray out, and he's doing puja, just a service, Hindu service. And so I sit about 12 feet behind him in silence, and I just wait, because I don't know what I'm doing here, So I just wait, and he finishes the puja, And he turns around and he's like, okay. So I sit next to him, just slightly behind him, and he hands me a banana, and I think a piece of like a coconut candy thing or something. I think there was more than a banana. Maybe nuts. I don't remember. Truly. And he tells me, prasad, blessed food or something. I'm like, yes, I know. And I'm eating this. And as I'm eating it, I'm in gratitude. I'm in gratitude, and I'm going around the room with my attention and giving my gratitude to each of the deities. And at the same time, in my mind, I've got this thought, okay, Babaji, so why'd you bring me here? And, the Pujari, he turns to me like this. And so I look at him, and he goes, "You teacher. You teach. Go." What? So I get up and I leave, and I've got this half-hour, 45-minute drive back to the office. And I'm like, okay, that's a good message. And so I quit. I quit my office. I gave up my interest in that day trading firm, and moved to California and got back on my path. And then it was a little bit later that I had my first encounter with Gangaji, and things just moved forward from there. But that I've been told to teach by this random Pujari in Berlin, New Jersey, that was a little odd. But Patrick Collard, he also took me aside and told me to teach his classes. And he wasn't the only one. But those two, of course, Patrick's my teacher. I do everything he says. And, but that confirmation from that Pujari in Berlin, that was the big one for me. So, that's part 2 of where I get the authority to share my stories and to teach. And, part 3 is that I enjoy doing it, and it's my life's work. Why shouldn't I share it? I hope that answers that question. The main part, the answer that is most valuable is really that results tell the truth. And actually, nothing I say on these videos should be taken too seriously. I don't expect anybody's life to change from what I say on a video. And if you ever do private training and actually get some of the old stuff out of your body to free yourself, to really enjoy being here now, then you will appreciate that I've started teaching and putting myself out into the world. Anyway, I hope you're getting benefit. Please like and share the videos you enjoy. Please subscribe and turn on notifications. I do try to put up new videos every week, and I would like to hear from you too, so feel free to send me an email. I look forward to learning.